This is Internet Business Mastery, episode 103.
In a world where bosses control your life and thoughts of escape fill your mind, where inspiration seems dead and cynicism rules the masses, you have a desire to break free. You feel the need to take control. Now, there exists a place where the secrets of freedom and wealth are given to those who believe. InternetBusinessMastery.com. Free your mind.
Hello and welcome to Internet Business Mastery Online at InternetBusinessMastery.com. I'm Sterling.
And I'm Jay.
And we're here to help you escape the 9-to-5 and live the lifestyle of your dreams by turning your life's passion into a profitable internet business, even if you're just getting started today. On this episode of Internet Business Mastery, we have part 2 of how to achieve freedom of time with online business. And in the quick tip, we have a great tool for easily posting videos on your site. We'd like to remind you that if you'd like to get a jump start on creating your own profitable internet business using our proven system, you can claim your risk-free trial membership to the Internet Business Mastery Academy by going to freeaudiogift.com. So Jay, what's been going on?
Let me paint a picture for you as I sit here. I've got my right leg propped up on the table next to me. My right leg, you recall, is the one I fractured when you took me four-wheeling in Utah. You remember that?
Yeah, okay.
So I went to the doctor yesterday. Everything's good. Walking on it now. I don't really need to use crutches anymore, but it doesn't quite extend all the way. So he's like, okay, now you got to get that leg extended before it won't extend, before it's too late. I mean, like, before it's too late? What are you talking about? It's like, oh yeah, you got to do some physical therapy and get that thing straightened out now, or else it could be problems later. I'm like, whoa, okay. So I've got these 2 socks. I took 2 socks out of my drawer. I got this exercise off the internet, and I put 2 soup cans in those socks, and I tied them together, and it's draped over my right leg right now, straightened out, trying to, weigh it down and get it flexing or extending all the way. So,
okay.
There's the update on the leg. But the
all
other
that
thing
for fun.
Oh yeah, right. So, the other thing I'm excited about though is the live event that we're putting together.
Yes.
Everything seems to be, all the preparations coming together. We've got the venue booked. I don't think we mentioned it in the last episode, but we have been mentioning it in the newsletter and on the blog and stuff. But it's going to be fun. The first ever Internet Business Mastery live event. We're calling it the Insider Workshop. Going to take people inside our business and share things we've never shared before. So I've kind of been prepping some of the content for that, and you and I have been chatting about that. So I'm getting kind of stoked for it, even though it's a few weeks away.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Why don't you just mention a couple of the things that we're gonna talk about just for fun?
So so some of the things. This is all based on what people have been asking us about the most lately. So we're going to talk about how to launch a profitable membership site, how to plan 6-figure product launches, take people through an actual planning of a case study product launch right there in person live. Tell people how to work less, have more fun, and make more money with their business. That'll be a lot of automation and streamlining, looking at some of the systems for our business. And then also showing people how to create a sales funnel that converts cash like crazy. So how do you got to have that full back end to your business, not only just the first product, but then what do you sell them next and what comes after that? And how do you convert people from being prospects all the way to repeat customers? And so we're going to kind of go even deeper into the exactly how when we get together twice a year and kind of restructure what we're going to sell and what our sales funnel looks like. Show people exactly how that process looks for us. Open up the curtain and show them inside. So it'll be fun. I really, because I spoke last week at the Glazer Kennedy event. That was a lot of fun participating in that. And I always have a good time in person. And and when we get to interact with our listeners, our followers, our market directly. And so very excited in that respect as well to meet people in person. And been getting a lot of emails people saying they're just super excited to be there. So it's going to be a lot of fun. If you're interested in finding out more about the live event, to get all the details, go to internetbusinessmastery.com/event.
And now, the feature segment.
All right, let's dive into part 2 of this Freedom of Time series. This is how to achieve more freedom of time with internet business. And in the last episode, we talked about the benefits of having increased freedom of time through internet business. Things like, you can quit your job and make more money than you ever did with employment, work as little as 20 hours a week or whatever you decide. We've worked as little as 20. We've worked as much as 40 when we need to and when we're going through growth on our business. You can be more productive with your time. You get more fulfillment out of your time. You spend more time with the people that you really want to spend time with, your family, your friends, whoever that might be. And you get to decide what you do with your work time. And we love the business that we have because we have created a business that allows us to do the things that we naturally are good at, the things that we naturally enjoy, the talents that we like losing ourselves in and continually growing in, that we feel like we can deliver the best value with. So now the question is, well, how can you achieve increased freedom of time for yourself? So we've got 5 specific tips we want to share with you today on how to achieve freedom of time. First of all, one of the first things you need to do is increase the value of your time. And that probably starts with realizing that your time does have a value. And I think we all realize time is a limited resource. We only have so much of it. And, the days are only 24 hours, the weeks are only 7 days, and we only have so long that we'll be living on this earth. So what is the value of each hour that you live? What is the value of that thing to you? And a lot of times, obviously, we use what we do, our work, as a metric for the value of our time. And I think it goes far beyond that. But for simplicity's sake, let's go ahead and take that metric of how much your time's worth. And some people might say, well, I work at the local convenience store. My time's worth $8, $9 an hour. Or some people might say, well, I'm a physician's assistant. I make $20 an hour. Or somebody else might say, well, I'm a lawyer. I charge my clients $150 an hour. Now, of course, after he pays his overhead and his extra self-employment taxes and all that stuff, it's probably about half or less of that. So the first thing you got to do is try to realize and be honest where you're at in the value of your time, and then immediately try to get yourself to increase the value of that time, meaning that whatever you do spend your time on, it brings you exponential amounts of money, not just some limited fixed income where you're trading your hours for dollars, what we say dollars for hours. And in the employee mindset, basically what we're doing is we're wholesaling our time out, making someone else rich. And, probably not doing the thing that we really enjoy most and don't have as much control over that situation. Whereas with owning a business or owning investments, you can make your money work for you, or set up businesses that you can sell and make big paychecks, or that businesses that are making you money day and night, like an internet business where we might be making money literally, the quintessential why we sleep. We wake up in the morning, check our email, and there's, email saying so-and-so just bought your product. So how do you get from that employee to more of a business or investment mindset? I mean, if you divide out 20 hours a week or 30 hours a week that you're working on your business by the exponential amount of leveraging that online business to make money, your time starts being worth $100 an hour or $150 or $350. When I first started as an entrepreneur and realized this value of time mindset that I needed to shift, I figured my time was worth as an engineer, it was about $25, $30 an hour, but I immediately set a goal. I said, I want my time to be worth $100 an hour. And that's so on the employee side, I was at 25. I wanted to get to where I had a business that was where my time was worth at least $100 an hour. So as a shift between those two things, at one point, I went to a place of where I was kind of doing consulting. Now, that's still kind of a dollars for hours because, I 1 hour on the phone or 1 hour working with a client, I make X dollars. But I was very quickly able to get to where I was charging $75 an hour and then $100 and then $150, and I just kept raising it after that as my brand kept growing. And so that was so one thing we do suggest is you might need, it's appropriate sometimes to go from the employee to the self-employed area, then into the business or investment. And this is all an idea coming from a book that we've both read by Robert Kiyosaki.
Yeah, that was a very, very powerful book. It was called Cash Flow Quadrant. It's one of those things where at first I was going, I don't need to read this book, but this is the main issue that came out of it, and really understanding this, and it ended up being very important for me. I read it before I quit my employee job. And it helped me look at this. And I actually, like you, went from employee to self-employed, which means I still was, using my hours for dollars per se. So I had an eBay business where, I spent the day answering questions, getting all the product together. So, I still was just now an employee again of myself, and doing every other job there. And of course, the goal really is to get to where you own a business and have other people doing that stuff. Like, for instance, last week, I, let's say in a half an hour time, had 3 employees,